So let us proceed. Why is it that there are those uh, who have done wrong and are already engaged in lower forms of pleasure and have forgotten the cultivation of their intellect or the higher forms of pleasure? Mill said that it is possible that they were used to doing the or indulging in lower forms of actions, lower forms of pleasure while they were still young. And through a habit for a long time, they've been into it that they were already incapable of doing or engaging in activities that would enhance the rational nature. Because out of a long time of doing, let's say, vicious actions, their whole life is sink into doing those things that they have forgotten now to develop their other side. So one thing that's remarkable in what Mill is saying is that these people did not really choose to do what is undesirable. They did not really choose to do what is wrong. Quite remarkable, right? And he said that it's just that there are many choices and that these people choose and gave more importance, more time to indulging in the wrong thing rather than cultivating the good thing. So, in short, while they're doing the wrong thing, side by side is the option of doing the good. And what happens is that they were more devoted to doing the bad, to engage in vicious actions that they neglect to do and choose their other options. That's what he's saying. So, in short, the option to do good is still there. But why is it that these people are now in the lower base? They are already in the base of existence. Why are they in the engaged in the lower forms of pleasure? The reason is they were more devoted to the wrong one and less devotion was allotted to the right option. So, in other words, your devotion to one side, let's say to baseless actions, to actions that are vicious, uh, gave them no more time to pay particular attention to actions that are supposed to be chosen simply because they're good. So they did not choose to do what's wrong, only that their constant choice of what is vicious made them incapable of choosing the good choice. So let me quote: the capacity for nobler feelings is in most natures are very tender plant, easily killed not by hostile influences, but by mere want of sustenance. In other words, what is he saying? Your capacity to do good is very fragile, okay? And it is lost not by external hostile circumstances or influences, but because you have chosen to sustain the the undesirable one. Because you focus more on the undesirable one rather than focusing on the rightful choices. So when your whole time and effort is given to wrong choices like vicious actions, then what you have on the other side is like a tender plant. It is easily killed. It is lost. So it is lost not because external circumstances have influenced you to do so. Mill simply says that you're giving more importance to wrong actions, to vicious actions that results to wrong consequences, kills the option to do good. It kills the option to do good. So young persons die fast if the occupation to which their position in life has devoted them uh, has taken away their time. Society, and at the same time, but he was saying also something here that they're too preoccupied with the wrong option, with the wrong choice. And that's why the right choice is no longer seen or chosen. It dies. The other thing he mentioned is that society is not giving them the option that they can develop their higher faculties. This is what Tamil is saying. Uh, some people are not able to develop their higher faculties because there are no opportunities given by society. Society does not make it favorable for these people to develop their higher faculty. Thus, the importance of society's help in the formation of morals for individuals. So, individuals revert to the wrong path. One reason is, and one reason is that society does not make it favorable for them to develop their higher faculty. Thus, the moral obligation of society to provide the opportunities that people can develop their higher faculties. Okay? So, let me quote, our high aspirations are lost when intellectual tastes are lost, when they have time and opportunity when they have no more time and opportunity to indulge in them. So our high aspirations are lost when there is no time and opportunity to indulge in them. They addict themselves to inferior pleasures, not because they deliberately prefer them, but because they are either the only one by which they have, or the has remained equally susceptible to both the classes of pleasure. So what do I mean by this? People are addicted to lower forms of pleasures not because they deliberately do it, but because it's the only option available to them in their surroundings. In other words, they may have the capacity, but when it's the only option provided to them by their surroundings, then they can only develop that much. I'll give you an example. If you were raised in an environment of robbers, of thieves, of an environment of pure poverty, let's say you live in slum area or in the squatters area, you did not will not you did not will your situation, like not developing your higher faculty is not your fault. It's because the very surrounding that you are in do not provide the opportunity that you can develop your higher nature. Okay, so that the very surrounding that you are in uh, only gives you limited options. So, in other words, it's all that you have, and you cannot go further because it's all that you have.